Hey, this is Tuhan Aditya from Lighthaven. Today we are going to be talking about the two major types of slashes in Pikiti Shakali. We're going to be talking about their characteristics, the way they're used, what ranges they're used in, and we're going to try and dispel some of the common misconceptions about them. Before we begin though, it would mean a lot if you would subscribe to the channel. At the end of the video, if you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add to the discussion, leave that in the comments down below. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, please also leave that in the comments down below. All of these things really do help out the channel and the school a lot. We've also restarted a residential program, so if you want to come down to Goa, train in Pikiti with us in person, live with us, train with us, check out the link I'm going to leave down below. So we're going to first start by looking at our fluid slashes. For me, very simply put, a fluid slash is a slash with a follow through. So if I'm doing my angle 1 and angle 2, there is a follow through before the next attack commences. The way that the fluid slash or the follow through was explained to me was that if I am fighting someone there and someone behind me, then my follow through is meant as a deterrent for the person who's coming from behind me. I may be hitting someone in front of me, but that follow through is a deterrent for the person who's trying to come up behind me. That is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it, and this is something that Grant Tuhan was very specific when he was teaching me the basic fluid strikes, was he kept saying, throw the hand, throw the hand, throw the hand, throw the hand. And for the longest time I did not understand what he meant or why he kept telling me to throw the hand. As soon as I try and throw that hand, I immediately get a better follow through. So in my opinion, the way that I look at that throwing the hand prompt that he kept giving me was to have a better follow through, a smoother follow through, to make sure I'm cutting through my target and I'm not just doing this. A lot of times you see this, especially with the angle 2, is that instead of having a nice, fluid, smooth follow through, you have people who will go and bring it back here. Where this is going to hurt you is when you start hitting the tires or when you start hitting the heavy bag, something that's going to, when you start hitting something for power generation. You need to be able to cut through or strike through your target. Now, in order for that to happen, if you are not used to having a follow through, then oftentimes you're just going to hit and it's going to get stuck there. Or you're going to hit and you're going to pull it back from there, which is not the fluid strike. I want to have that follow through. That's going to help me with my power. It's going to help me hit through my target, and when we're talking about a blade, it's going to help me cut through my target. When we're looking at striking using a clock system as reference, when I'm doing angle 1 from 1 o'clock down to 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock, down to 5 o'clock, what I'm looking to do is I'm trying to make sure that I cut through my target. And if I have my follow through, then I'm ensuring I'm cutting through my target, right? So even in the air, when I don't have a target in front of me, I still want to ensure that I'm cutting through my target. And this could be diagonal lines, it could be horizontal lines, it could be reverse diagonal lines. I still want to make sure that I'm cutting through my target. And I'm not just stopping here and pulling it back or something like this, but I'm not actually cutting through my target. If I'm doing horizontal slashes, I want to cut through. Now, oftentimes we say fluid strikes are long range strikes, right? The reason why people say this in the beginning is the extension required for that follow through and for that fluid strike. Going back to GT's prompt of throwing the hand, if I throw the hand and I try and remain tight and do not extend the arm in that strike and I throw the hand, I'm going to end up cutting down here, right? If I use myself as a reference point and I'm trying to cut and I'm imagining my opponent's head is in line with my head, their groin is in line with my groin, I'm using that 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock as a reference point, and I'm hitting 1 o'clock and then I throw my hand, I must have that extension. I need to extend my arm, cut through, extend my arm, cut through. If I do not extend my arm for the fluid strike, I'm going to end up cutting lower than what my target actually is. Because of that extension, we say that it's a long range strike. Now let's look at our broken slash. So if a fluid slash has a follow through, a broken slash essentially does not have that follow through. I'm hitting the same angles, I'm hitting the same faces on the clock face, but I'm not doing that follow through. I'm hitting and I'm retracting. It's a shorter strike. Now, because it is a shorter strike, we say, and the recovery from that strike is faster, we say that you use broken strikes or broken slashes at medium range. So I'm hitting, I'm pulling back, hitting, I'm pulling back. Both of these definitions of long range fluid strikes as long range strikes and broken strikes as medium range strikes, for me, I essentially keep them to the basic beginner's level, because both of them can be used in other contexts as well. It's just about whether you can pull them off and what is the specific context that you might find yourself in. When we're talking about the broken strike, one of the things that I find characterizes the broken strike is the ability to follow the slash immediately with a thrust. Follow the slash, whether it's a thrust returning back to the same shoulder or a thrust taking you to the opposite shoulder, the opposite load, or whether it's just taking you to the next slash. The broken strike allows me to follow every slash with a thrust and every thrust with another corresponding slash. And that is one of the major strengths of the broken strike. The other thing about the broken strike is, whereas with the fluid strike I'm looking to slash through something, with the broken strike it's generally a hacking motion. It's not that slashing, cutting motion, it's generally a hacking motion. So the mechanics of the cut are a little bit different. Essentially, every weapon-based art has a limited number of slashes and a limited number of thrusts. The most common slashes that you will find, whether broken or fluid, will be your diagonal lines, your reverse diagonal lines, your horizontal lines, and a vertical line. You could also perhaps come up with that reverse vertical line, but that's slightly rarer. So you have your diagonal lines, your reverse diagonal lines, your horizontal lines, and your vertical lines. Right? Almost every weapon-based martial art has these slashes. I'm going to leave you with a simple drill that combines your broken and your fluid strikes. It's a pretty basic drill, but it'll help you figure out the characteristics of both types of strikes. So we're going to again go back to our ranging footwork, all 6 directions with that single step, front, front, back, back, side, side. As I step, I'm going to go broken, pull it back to my shoulder, fluid, come back home, step the other way, broken, pull it back to my shoulder, fluid, go back, broken, back, fluid, broken, back, fluid, broken, pull it back, fluid, broken, pull it back, fluid. This is the basic structure. Now from this you can add a thrust as well. So you can go broken, pull it, cut a little bit deeper than if you were just hitting here and coming back, a little bit deeper, thrust on your way back, slash on your way through. So broken, thrust, slash, slash, thrust, slash, slash, thrust, slash, slash, thrust, slash, slash, thrust, slash. You can do the same thing with the double step as well. Slash, thrust, slash, slash, thrust, slash, slash, thrust, slash, broken, thrust, fluid. Now please notice that the broken I'm doing now is not anymore just still here. I'm cutting a bit deeper and then pulling it back with the thrust. As usual, whatever you do with your right hand, please also do the same number of reps, the same amount of time to spend on your left hand. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you have anything to add to the conversation, please leave that in the comments down below. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, please also leave that in the comments down below. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. Like I said earlier, we've also restarted our residential program. So if you want to come down to Goa, train in Pikiti with us, down here, live with us, train with us, please check out the link that I'm going to leave down below and get in touch with us. Thank you and see you in the next video.